Hello, I'm Cher, and this is Diary of a Pen Nerd. So, this morning I was reading through different articles on jet pens, which I know is an interesting choice to start your morning off with, reading through articles on jet pens, but mostly they were just different calligraphy articles and talking about the different nibs and nib holders. And then I stumbled across one that was like watercolor calligraphy. And anyways, I got inspired and I feel like having a little bit of fun, and figured I would just bring you guys along, so I hope you don't mind. The thing that caught my eye was that they were using a brush, like a painting brush, to do their hand lettering, and I thought that was nifty and figured I could give that a try. So I've got my little brush. It's just a number 2 round. And then I wanted to do these two inks from Ferris Wheel Press, Blushing Mushroom and Brilliant Beanstalk. Just because I think they're really neat in that they've got the cool shimmer, so we'll give it a little mix. And then I have an idea for what I want to write. I want to write the opening line of The Last Unicorn, which is one of my all-time favorites. And the opening line is, "The unicorn lived in the lilac wood, and she lived all alone." And I just think that's so fitting and so pretty. And I think that these colors, Blushing Mushroom and Brilliant Beanstalk, will suit that well. And so then the other thing we can try is mixing inks as we are writing. I want to see how that will turn out. So are we perhaps attempting a little bit too much all at once, attempting the hand lettering with the brush and then attempting to mix inks as we're writing? Maybe, but I was never one to shy away from a challenge. So now that we've got these two both all hopefully sufficiently mixed up, we can drop them onto our palette. There we go. Close that up. Oh. And then give this a little rinse. And we're back. We'll shake that up a little more. And drop this one into our palette, and then we will be set. There we go. And then, because I've never done this before, I have a little index card here, and I wanted to just try it out to see if I could do it. That's not too bad, I don't think. Yeah, I think that's good. Perhaps it's a little too blobbish like. Maybe we should try like that. I'm gonna try and get the ink to distribute well enough. That's better. A little bit more distinct, easy to see. So for this kind of hand lettering, it's pretty much just going to be writing in cursive and then applying pressure on the downstrokes to get the really thick downstrokes, and then just barely touching the paper on the like up and mid strokes so that we get the thinner ones. Those are typically called, oh my gosh, hairlines. I don't think they're gonna be hairlines, but I think, you know, they'll still turn out okay. This is a piece of watercolor paper. I don't have any guidelines, but maybe I want to just draw some really quick. How could I do that? Let's see, I have a pencil. Do I have anything I can use as a straight edge? Oh, maybe. I do. I have this folded piece of paper I can use as a straight edge. Here. And I'm not like entirely concerned. Oh, that's perhaps dark. With how everything is going to turn out. Like this isn't going to be like a professionally done anything, but just for fun. I'll add some guidelines. And we will begin. We'll start with the purple, the blushing mushroom. I'll get the... Hey there, this is VoiceOver Share coming to tell you a little bit more about how much fun I had doing this. So I was a little concerned that the colors were getting muddled, specifically that the green was really overtaking the purple, that I could get the really clear green, but then when I went to switch back over to blushing mushroom, I had a hard time getting blushing mushroom to come out. So I did start wiping my brush off onto an index card, but I think if I was going to do this again, that I would have a glass of water and a paper towel to kind of clean my brush so that I could keep the colors still distinct from each other. I wanted them to blend, but still being able to see, you know, that there were two colors. I really liked how the shimmers mixed together. I was a little concerned that because there was two different shimmers that it wouldn't be very cohesive. The Brilliant Beanstalk has a champagne shimmer, and then the Blushing Mushroom has a rose gold shimmer. That I actually feel like the two different colors of shimmer mixed together pretty well. And even because the inks were mixing, I ended up with some places where I'm writing in Brilliant Beanstalk and I've got a lot of rose gold shimmer, or I'm writing in Blushing Mushroom and I've got a lot of champagne shimmer. So I think that definitely helped in making it look more cohesive and all together. Overall, I wasn't really like focusing on this a whole lot, but I think I did pretty good on spacing. I did become a little concerned at some points that I wasn't going to be able to fit my whole quote, but it ended up fitting quite nicely, I felt, even though I wasn't really like planning or mapping it out or anything, so that was nice. And then I also feel like I did a pretty good job switching colors enough that, and in such a way that
that turned out nice aesthetically too. I tried to not start a line or start the next line with the same color that I started the previous line. So like right here, I started lived in green. So I'm going to start the word would in purple so that it adds a little bit of variation that way. And I think that turned out really nice, the color shifting there. So this was just a really fun exploration to do that, you know, I wasn't really planning on doing, but I just saw that article on Jet Pens about watercolor calligraphy, and they were using like actual watercolors. But I wanted to use my pretty inks. But I just saw the article this morning and figured I would give it a shot. I'm pretty excited to be able to do things like this more frequently because school is just about out for me. I've got like just one more essay due, really. And then I will be done with my first semester of university, which is kind of crazy to me. But I'm going to be off of school for about a month, and I'm hoping that in that time I'll be able to get to do a lot of things like this, or it's just something that I kind of am able to sit down and play around and have a good time, and you know, not take it so seriously, but get to be more creative, do more creative things over winter break. And I'll probably be filming a lot of that. Probably not all of it, but at least some of it. So stay tuned for that. Pretty exciting. But yeah, that's all the notes I have for the voiceovers. So we'll get back into the regular video.
And there is my finished piece. I'm really happy with how this turned out, actually. I think it's lovely, and you know, I love the quote. I love the colors, actually, how they blended together. If I was gonna do this again, though, I would probably have water and a paper towel, just because to like clean off my paintbrush in between switching colors, because I felt like sometimes the colors were getting too muddled, and I still wanted them to be, you know, distinct from each other, even if they're mixing together. I'm really happy with the amount of shading. These two inks are both pretty good shaders, so I think that helps. And then the guidelines definitely helped. If I was gonna do this again, I'd probably try and center the unicorn more, the like top line. So everything else is about center. I was getting kind of nervous that I wouldn't be able to fit it all. But it turned out really nicely, I think. This was a lot of fun. I would definitely do this and other things like this again. The ink mixing was really fun. Yeah, it was all just a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to doing more things like this and getting to experiment and play around a little bit more. But yeah, that is all that I have for you today. If you liked this video, you can let me know by leaving a comment or a thumbs up. You can tell me, have you ever done anything like this, or would you ever do anything like this? And if you liked it so much that you've decided you want to stick around and go on this journey with me, you can hit that subscribe button, and I will have the next chapter of my story out shortly. Bye for now.
Love, share.